Hello drama lovers, welcome back to my channel. Breaking news. It was just a few seconds long. Blurry. Almost forgettable. But after Yu Menglong's tragic passing, that old clip exploded across the internet. Replayed millions of times, dissected frame by frame, as fans searched for meaning that was never meant to be found. What if the moment everyone is obsessing over was never a message at all, but a mirror of our collective grief? At first, it didn't feel dangerous. Just an old, grainy video buried deep in the internet. Yu Menglong laughing softly, his eyes drifting away from the camera for half a second too long. Back then, no one paid attention. No theories. No threads. No heartbreak. But after the news broke, everything changed. Suddenly, that same clip became unbearable to watch. Fans across Weibo, TikTok, Twitter, and international fan cafes began sharing it with trembling captions. Did he look sad? Was he trying to tell us something? How did we miss this? This wasn't just nostalgia anymore. It was grief searching for answers. Yu Menglong wasn't just another actor. To many, he was comfort. Familiar. Quietly present in late-night dramas, soft-spoken interviews, and characters who loved deeply but suffered silently. His roles felt intimate, like secrets whispered directly to the viewer. So when he was gone, the silence felt violent. And humans hate silence. We fill it with meaning, sometimes too much meaning. Every blink in that clip was slowed down. Every smile was questioned. Every shadow on his face became proof of pain no one saved him from. But here's the uncomfortable truth. When loss hits, perception bends. We don't see what was. We see what we need to see to survive the pain. And just as the theories reached their peak, something shifted. Because people who were actually there finally spoke. They said the clip was filmed during a relaxed break. No tension. No hidden message. Yu Menglong had been joking seconds before the camera rolled. The distant look everyone was analyzing, he was listening to someone off screen. Then another witness spoke. And another. Each testimony peeled away a layer of the fantasy fans had built, not out of cruelty, but out of desperation to feel closer to him again. But instead of relief, something worse happened. The truth didn't comfort people. It hurt more. Because if the clip wasn't a cry for help, then there was no warning. No moment we could point to and say, this is where we should have saved him. And that's terrifying. It forces us to face a harder reality. Sometimes tragedy doesn't announce itself. Sometimes people leave without leaving clues. Online, the fandom split in two. One side clung harder to the theories because letting go felt like losing Yu Menglong all over again. The other side felt guilt, ashamed for turning his memory into a puzzle to be solved. Both sides were grieving. Just in different languages. Yu Menglong's passing didn't just belong to his family or close friends. It became collective mourning. Millions of strangers crying at the same time. Sharing edits, letters, candle emojis, and sleepless thoughts at 3 a.m. This is the paradox of celebrity grief. You don't know them, but they knew you existed. They spoke to you through characters, through screens, through moments when you needed escape the most. So when they're gone, it feels personal. And personal pain looks for somewhere to land. That blurry clip became a vessel. Not because it held truth, but because it held us. Our regrets. Our what-ifs. Our fear that we never truly know the people we love. Psychologists call it meaning-making in loss. Fans call it heartbreak. And maybe neither is wrong. Because in the end, that clip isn't about Yu Menglong anymore. It's about how we, as a community, process sudden absence in a world that never stops scrolling. And just when the noise feels overwhelming, when debates turn harsh and emotions run raw, something quietly powerful begins to happen. Yu Menglong was more than a few blurry seconds on a screen. He was hours of storytelling, years of dedication, a presence that made people feel seen without ever knowing their names. If we reduce him to a single clip, we lose the fullness of who he was. And maybe, just maybe, we lose ourselves too. Grief doesn't need to be solved. It needs to be held gently. So instead of asking what that clip meant, ask what he meant to you. The roles that stayed with you. The nights you felt less alone because of him. The emotions he helped you feel when you couldn't name them yourself. That is where his legacy lives. Not in speculation, but in connection. And as the internet slowly moves on, as it always does, the love remains. Quiet. Real. If Yu Menglong ever meant something to you, even for just one drama, one scene, one quiet moment, share that memory in the comments. Not theories. Not debates. Just remembrance. And if this story touched you, stay with us. We tell stories not to chase clicks, but to honor the feelings fans carry long after the screen fades to black.